Hello guys, Jump to 500 here, and today I bring you another highlight video, and this one is of the should be compact showdown hosted by C Wilson 4747. And yeah, I'm in GT3. This was literally a last minute sign up after I finished the previous highlight video you may have watched from me today, the Los Santos 24-hour endurance. And I just thought I would jump into this since they had a spot open in GT3. So in GT3 I'm driving the Blista Compact, as you may see. GT2s are Fudos and GT1 is the Penumbra. And these are like the low tire sports cars. I just decided to jump in straight away just to have some fun without any practice or anything like that. Anyways, a little bit of a messy start, you know. This track is quite tight, so it's definitely a compact track, but these cars, I would say, are not that suited for this track. So there you see I got a little bit caught up in someone else's issues there, and causes me to have a little bit of an issue. So, but anyways, just keep on racing, you know. I had huge problems in getting along with the Blista here at the start. Like I definitely was not too happy about using it, because it was really not a nice car to drive. Like the Blista Compact almost feels like a how should I call it? Like it feels a little bit like a slow elegy in some ways. Like if you can go to a corner just flat out, how easy. Yeah, there I get caught on that barrier. You're gonna see that barrier quite a few times in this highlight video. Anyway, so it just feels like a slow version of the elegy. As long as you keep on the gas in the curves, you're not gonna lose any traction. But if you try and go and turn without any gas or brakes, it's gonna spin out, as you saw there. Absolutely just let go how easily, and just because I didn't apply any gas. So definitely the Blista Compact was a huge challenge for me, and I dropped quite fast down into the last position right off the bat. So and of course I've never driven this track before. I've never driven the Blista Compact too long, because and I was definitely struggling with it quite a lot, as you see here, you know, getting frustrated about it. In this race also we have to do 2 pit stops during the length of the race. And here it's got interesting, because on the third lap I decided, well, why don't I do a pit stop here right away? But then I missed the entrance to the pit lane, and just complete brain fart there on how to do, because I didn't see where the entrance was. And that's just the lack of practice shining through, I guess. And here you have by far the worst pit stop you might ever have seen. I really miscalculated how that pit stop entrance worked, and smashed into that barrier. But anyways, I go in here, grab my wrench and try and get out. And there's some kind of stuff with this thing, and it just turns how the ground level is going. And yeah, that I lost a lot more time than I should have on that pit stop. But still, now I have a clear road ahead, and I can start trying to figure out what this car is all about. So here you see the first lapping. It's C Wilson 4747 who's in the lead of GT1, lapping me. I just went wide there and let him through. I lost some time because I slowed down a little bit more than necessary, but still, at least it went problem free. And yeah, and I also decide here to take my second pit stop right off the bat, because I know there are more people coming up to lap me. So I decided I'll just go into the pits again. Just take my second pit stop and just keep on racing. Like I did not even need to take a wrench there, to be honest. And just go on. 2 pit stops done, and I can just continue finish the race on without any more pit stops. So I've been racing for quite a while now. You're 20 minutes in, and here you see the leader in GT2 lapping me easily, no problems, and you can just keep on racing without even thinking about it. I'm recording this video at the same time as the previous one that you may have already seen, and I'm still quite sick, you know, so my voice is a little bit, what should you call it, just out of the ordinary. Anyways, here you see a fight with Berto Mobile, who's the last in GT2, so I was having some back and forths with Berto here when I started to get up in the positions, and yeah, so managed to move past him there. It's just so weird just to fight with, because the grid was so mixed with the Blister Compacts and Fudos, and also some Penumbras were a little bit further on. So the GTs were definitely quite mixed in form of skill gap between the drivers, and also the Futo takes a good driver. So I think you have seen this section before, and I think you kind of have seen that before. As I said before, that barrier is gonna feature a couple of times. I just couldn't get that right. It's just so weird. But here you see Birdo is still ahead of me, and there he hits the inside barrier. So I go around outside him, and while he was trying to get out of my way, and just caused some miscommunication there. But still, I didn't lose an enormous amount of time at least, so I can just keep on fighting to try and catch up to the rest of the guys. So, and here I actually catch my first GT3 driver, Dingy, and he messes up on that exit, and I managed to move up. So now I'm no longer last in GT3. I've done all my pit stops, and I can just keep on racing, and hopefully I won't trash my car completely. So I have to take a third pit stop. Anyways, this is also a fight for position with another GT2 driver. And also, as you see behind me, there's another car trying to come up to lap me. And yeah, just interesting situation to have to fight these Fudos that are actually a lot faster in the straight line, but they're a lot slower in the corners. So it's an interesting mix-up, to be honest. But anyways, you know, up into 18th overall. So keep on going here, still in 18th. And go through this section here, and once again I mess up. I just let go of the gas a little bit, and the car just completely spun out and went out of my control. But at least I didn't lose any positions, but I definitely lost some time in that section. Going on here, you see more issues. I always seem to be choking most when I'm on my own and just like hot lapping to try and go faster. I guess hot lapping leads to incidents, but there Matt Vielke disconnected in front of me, and he was also a GT3 driver, so I move up into third last position for GT3. At least I think so, but I completely lost the count of that. And here you see another GT3 driver having an issue, and this is Anthony, and I managed to get past him there quite without much issue, and of course I'm overall 16th, and I managed to gain at least 3 positions in GT3. But let's move on to the next section here. And yeah, what happens here? Do I fuck up again? Well, apparently yes, I do fuck up again. So many chokes in this one. Like I had just finished, you know, a 1.5 endurance, 1.5 hour endurance race, and yeah, it was quite interesting. I was getting quite tired at this point. Not really tired in my hands, but my knees and my back were starting to hurt quite a bit, and my concentration were really low because I was really sick then. Like I was even more sick than I am now when I was racing this, so my concentration levels were not as high as they could have been. But anyways, you know, we're closing up to the end of the race here, as you may see, and I managed to move up into 15th position there. And this car on my right side is actually me lapping a GT2 driver. And I also lapped Berto just there, so definitely Berto, and I don't know what his name was, but I didn't see there, but they didn't really have a good race since I was lapping them. So, and there you see a little bit of an incident there. Makes me move back again was, you know, an unfortunate situation, but still, you know, at this point I think I was just racing for fun, really. I wasn't really caring about my result in this race because I knew I'd already fucked up too much to be able to put up any good like performance. But yeah, so I just keep on racing, and you see there we have trying to stay on him as much as I can to try and overtake him. I think that's Paul, I think his name is, and yeah, just keep on doing what I can. So here I get a good run out of there, but still oversteer, and I managed to save it at least, so I didn't spin out completely, but I went one lap around and managed to save it to get back on track. But still really an unfortunate situation. Anyways, I think he ends up going into the pits here, so I move up into 15th, and I also get a comfortable gap to the guys behind, and I can just get back into it. With almost got completely caught up with that lapping traffic there, but yeah, luckily it didn't turn out worse than that. Anyways, when I was in 15th, I was talking to Macy, who was in 14th. He was like 1 minute ahead of me, and we were talking like, okay, he said he would wait for me just because he was driving on his own, was quite bored, so just decided to have a little bit of fun. So he just slowed down, and we were just messing about here, like racing each other from time to time, also doing some drifting and just horsing around. And that's pretty much what we did for the rest of the race, and we kept in 14th and 15th here, just going back and forth. I think at the end, one GT3 car who was about to lap us decided to join our little scuffle because he couldn't get past us. We were driving quite good at that point because, you know, we had gotten used to the car and used to the track. Anyways, here you see Macy go for a drift, absolutely mess up, and yes, I moved up. So I was just we were just horsing around, having some fun, and I enjoyed talking to Macy and all the other guys on the in-game chat, just messing about. And here you see some side-to-side action with the cutback, just and got up here beside him, just keep on trying to hold it, but I'm on the outside. I tried to go for a cutback here, but I turned in too quickly, and then I got caught on, yeah, I think I've seen that barrier before. But yeah, and Macy goes for a drift there again, as you may see, and I go up on two wheels, just keeping the action going, having some fun. And it's pretty much all it is about. Like we end up finishing here in Macy in 14th and me in 15th, so definitely a fun little scuffle. But just keeping on going here, keeping on going. And I think also some people are now closing up from behind, and there you see Macy. Macy tried the drift so many times, but I think he failed pretty much every time. And we're just at the same time as we're horsing around, we're trying to avoid destroying the race for anyone else. And of course, I don't think we didn't take out anyone. So, but here I mess up quite big time again. Hit that tree and boom! Macy was having quite a laugh about that fucking bastard. But anyways. I think Macy is gonna make an highlight video of this one too, so if you wanna see that accident from Macy's perspective, you could go and check out his channel once he uploads that highlight video, if he does. Just freaking amazing. I was having a lot of fun just messing about, and my car was starting to get quite a bit of damage, luckily only visual damage, so I think I had one guy ask me over the radio on how the hell I can still control my car because it was so fucked up. But anyways, here's the biggest drift fail I've ever seen from Macy at this point. Absolutely no control whatsoever in that drift. Anyways, the timer will go off here really any minute, and as you see, Macy is having some fun firing at me with his machine pistol, but I was just sitting there horsing around all the race anyways. Anyways, you see he went wide there and goes for the jump on the outside and completely like messes up and I decide I'm just gonna blow the fucker up since the race is over anyway. So I just I go forward a little bit, put the sticky bomb on the apex of the corner, and go a little bit further. And once Mason hit us, I hit the sticky bomb, but the race ends at a quite a good situation. So you get a nice little picture there. Anyways, in the ways, I was like 2 seconds off the pace of the top guys here in the Blister Compact, like, but in the end of the race it was not really a lot of how would you say, it wasn't really serious anymore with just horsing around and everything. But I had a lot of fun, to be honest. It was a really nice mix up with some serious racing and some horsing around at the end. But anyways, thank you everyone for watching. If you liked the video, please click that like button, and also if you want to see future videos from me and my channel, then just make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I'll talk to you later, guys, and I'll see you next time.